Okay, in this video, I want to talk about where the linear approximation formula comes from. We're going to go straight to this graph and see exactly why the linear approximation formula is the way it is, okay? So here we have this purple line right here, which is the secant line from 5 to 7 on this graph, right? So you just connect 2 points with this line, and the secant line, the slope of this line would be 3, okay? So what we're going to do is just take the second point and drag it down closer to the first. And this is really at the heart of linear approximation. As we do that, what I'm going to do is just zoom in on this graph, okay? So as you notice, the second x value is getting closer and closer to the first x value. 5.62 is getting closer to 5. We're going to keep dragging it closer and closer and closer. And here's what I want you to notice, okay? This purple line, the slope of this line is approaching something, okay? It's getting closer and closer to something. And in fact, if I put the point right on top of the other one, we can see that the derivative, the slope of the tangent line, is 2. So what does that mean? That means that the slope of the secant line approaches the slope of the tangent line 2 as x2, 5.18, gets closer and closer to x1, 5. In other words, the slope of the secant line is approximately equal to the slope of the tangent line when x2 is really close to x1. Okay, and you can do that, of course, for any two x values, any graph you want. This is where the formula comes from. So let's read this together. F prime of x1, so if we go back to our example, x1 would be 5, okay? So the slope of the tangent line at 5 is approximately equal to, okay, so the slope of the tangent line at that number is approximately equal to the slope of the secant line when x2 and x1 are really close to each other. Okay, so that's all the linear approximation formula is. The slope of the tangent line is approximately equal to the slope of the secant line. When you go to solve these, you basically have 5 variables, 2 up here, 2 down here, and 1 over here. And any of those variables could be what you're solving for. But ultimately, that's all the formula is, and that's where it comes from. If you have any other questions about this, let me know.